Welcome everybody to another episode of the Absolute DMV podcast. It's your man Ace Boogie, and I'm here with my man eGogh on the board.
I'm on the board.
Let's get this guy.
Yes.
Yeah, Marc's not here. Marc's under the weather.
Those kids got him again. I'm telling you, man.
Hey
Those
man,
Petri dish of freaking.
that's what happens, man. When you have kids or work with kids, you gonna end up getting. You better have your emergency and all types of other stuff on deck. Get that immune system right.
I feel like I said, if you're, and I told Marc about this. I said, hey, y'all should have something if these kids keep bringing in these diseases, or not diseases,
crazy
viruses or anything like that's going to get you sick. Because actually, if the staff is sick, they can't do their work. You can't be there, right? So that please, the parents have to stay home, or to stay home and take care of their kids. So make sure your kid, if you know your kid is coughing or whatever, let the I guess the staff or people at work, let them know, like, all right, my kid's sick, I'll have to keep home, or don't bring them home because you want a day off or you don't want to deal with your kid. That's what I think.
It's not about that, man. You got to go to work, and your kid normally goes to school, or your kid normally goes to
okay,
daycare.
But again, if the staff can't go to work and everybody's sick and there's quarantine or whatever, how can the kids not going to be able to go to school anyways?
That's not the parents' problem.
Yes,
that's the school's problem, or that's the daycare's problem.
Okay,
it's the business. The parents are paying for a service,
so you should get
the
sick.
Service.
So services get sick.
No, I'm just saying they expect the service to be provided because we're paying for it.
Hey, I'll be spraying them kids. Like we walk in,
hey,
yo, your hands, everything, yo. We're gonna treat this like COVID every day.
A parent would love to see that. That lawsuit.
I know they won't love it.
That lawsuit would be lovely. Trust, especially in Mo County. Stop playing.
You're right.
Stop playing.
You're right.
But yeah, man. Shout out to Marc. Get well soon, homie.
Definitely.
But what's going on with you, eGogh? How you feeling?
Yeah. Besides, it's cold-ish.
Yeah.
Yo, it's like different. Like, this is the winter time that we probably don't like. Is the brisk of it? Like, it's not humid or whatever. It's straight up cold. Like, wind chill factor is ridiculous. And so you be walking down the street and literally, like, within 2 seconds, your hands, your nose, faces, whatever is frozen. And I don't know how people do it. I don't know how people be walking around like it's nothing. I don't know if they got Under Armour off the Under Armour or whatever. I be driving by, but like, damn.
Man, this is the time of the year where you always got to check your nose so you don't look like Roscoe from Martin.
Oh yeah, that's my nose, man.
Man, every time I'm always like, whoop, whoop, trying to make sure tissue, making sure I'm cool, because it's bad out here, man. It's bad out here.
Very bad.
But it's the winter time. But I'm already gearing up. I can't lie. I'm already gearing up for the summer.
Oh yeah. So speaking of what you gearing up for,
yeah,
because I know you're gearing up for some kind of sneaker.
No, I'm gearing up for summer because, man, yo, Nike, Jordan. Jordan brand. I believe it's like the 35th anniversary, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So they are re-releasing all the heat. I mean, all the heat. It's crazy. They already re-released, for the people who care. All the sneakerheads, you know what I'm saying? For people who care, whatever. They already re-released the Black Cat 5. I mean the Black Cat 3s. They released the Black Metallic 5s. They've released so much stuff. Like, even for this weekend coming up, or a weekend coming up, not this weekend coming up. I don't know. I'm losing track of so many shoes. My fault.
Yeah.
They dropping some Flight Posits on a Friday, then dropping the Flu Game 12s, the black and red Jones, Saturday. Both of those shoes are going to be over $200. Like,
and niggas is already saving up for those joints.
Oh, saving?
Saved.
Bruh, God, some people
credit cards is already close to maxed out.
Some people already got them.
Damn.
Some people some people got shoes that ain't dropping till 3 months from now. I've been looking on YouTube, and I'm like, nah, you had to bought the fakes. You had to bought the fakes.
I mean, they could have bought the fakes, and then when they actually get the release, they actually swap them.
Probably, but it's crazy.
That scam game is
crazy.
Fleek.
But yeah, speaking of that, because in DMV news,
yeah,
our good brother Wale
Wale.
debuted the Nike GT Futures. Hopefully we will
Yeah,
see
put
them
it
right
out.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Nike GT Futures. He debuted the copper ones.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
And the orange ones or the red ones, or
So,
fire red, orange.
So the
ones,
red, orange ones. Then you said so. There's 3 of them, or there's just 2?
There's 3 of them. There's,
Okay.
There's 3 of them that I saw. There's the
Okay.
coppers, there's the fire reds, and then there's some all blacks.
All black. Okay. So
yeah.
so what's the ones that you showed me that they look like
That was
rose
them.
girl. Those are rose or whatever.
Yeah, that was them.
Okay.
That was them.
Those are called the copper.
I don't know. I think they're gonna be copper.
Rose. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because anytime they do the flight posits or the phone posits.
Yeah, I guess they're trying to keep the same kind of like the same color because the phone posits has the DMV what's it called, rose whatever.
Oh, then I had the cherry blossoms.
Cherry blossoms. That's what.
Yeah, because we got the cherry blossoms.
Yeah.
So the DMV phone posits were the cherry blossoms.
Okay.
So I wanted those, but those were limited, and I couldn't get my hands on them.
Talk to Wale. Hey, Wale.
Hey,
where you at, man?
Hey, man, Wale. If you can, brother, you know what I'm saying? West African to West African.
Yeah. But no, I'm saying I'm gonna get me a pair of phone posits. I'm saving up a couple paychecks for that. Like I'm not like Ace. Ace got a couple of them already. You know what I'm saying? Old joints, new joints, or whatever.
Bro,
his shoe game is on point.
Bro.
I'm just starting because the pod.
My shoe game is more.
I'm a hack motherfucker, so
I'll be honest. My shoe game is more. It's more old shoes that I didn't get when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like I'm literally one of those need to heal from my trauma. I'm just buying all the shoes that I didn't get when I was a kid.
Hell no, you better go over there to pay less.
Yeah, now I got the money to do it, so I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? But moving on. What was the next one? What we working?
I don't know. Like I said, okay. So the next joint, I think with this release is pretty much Drake. Drake's album release. It's
Drake and Party Next Door.
Party Next Door album.
Some sexy songs for you.
Yeah, some sexy songs for you. I guess it's like they released right after pretty much Valentine's, or actually on Valentine's Day. I think it was on Valentine's Day. And I listened to it, and I got some things to talk about.
Please tell us.
Okay,
tell us.
I wasn't pleased with the album. Maybe because I'm biased of what he was, and maybe like I said before, when I listened to him, I was only about the feature songs or the songs that were popping, not his whole album. This whole album was, of course, again, I guess the theme was to be a love song, or love, or whatever it is, R&B album. I couldn't stand listening to the same thing over and over again. The production, whoever, all the producers who were on it, give big ups. You did your thing. You got paid for whatever to do what you had to do. But as the Drake singing to rapping scenario it was annoying. It was really a point of he'll sing and then he'll start rapping and sing right in between 16s or whatever verse, and it was annoying to me because I'm like, all right, that was one. 2, I felt some of the tracks that he had to use different scenario voices because he's not doing features, right? He said he stopped featuring because after
he has some features on there.
Yeah, features, but I guess to keep the same element of like adding, like I feel like he turned his voice to Lil Wayne at one point. He turned himself to any other rapper. I don't know. I can't name him right now, or Kodak Black. I don't know. Whatever he used to do, he had features. He actually rapped that way. Most people might like that. Most people love the fact that he did switch it up, kind of like alter ego kind of thing. I didn't like it because it still sounded like Drake. It was just Drake with a different cadence.
T-Pain had an interesting take where T-Pain said he thinks that Drake and or Party already had these songs made, and they were like, hey,
put them out.
Add something to it, add a verse to it. or you know what I'm saying, add a melody to it.
Oh, so he probably had something, and then he just pretty much took over. Like, since I'm not going to release it with you, let me just do my part.
No, it's an incomplete song, or it's a song that's pretty much done, and it's like, hey, just put your sauce onto it. Because I agree with that take, because I think the album wasn't the most cohesive. It was 21 songs, and
I couldn't take it.
Honestly, it's not that I didn't like it. It was just that when you say some sexy songs for you, I expect some sexy songs. There were maybe 1-2 sexy songs on this album.
I think it's because the beats were. I think the production was sexy. Like, it was like trap soul, or whatever. Kind of like.
It was too. All the production was too upbeat for me. Like, and I'm not saying that. And I'm not saying that R&B songs can't be upbeat.
No,
because the majority of those R&B remixes from back in the day, were upbeat.
Upbeats. Yeah, they turned upbeats.
Yeah, so I'm not saying that an R&B song can't be upbeat.
Yeah,
it's just they were too upbeat. It seemed like it was a party.
It was a party. It's kind of like being in a secret party with the same song. Like, you can still dance, but you can freak up on somebody the whole time. And it's kept. I'm telling you, I get it.
It didn't seem like a freak up on anybody.
I feel like it could have been a stripper, like a strip club kind of music, kind of like keeping it upbeat.
Okay,
but
I can see that
pole dancing, but then like still slow, like kind of feel the feeling of like I said, grinding or whatever. I'm telling you.
I think honestly, the album was one of two things. It was either really safe, because Drake could say, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was trying some things out.
Yeah.
I was with party. You know what I'm saying? Like almost there's a lot of excuses he can make for this album.
Yeah.
But the other way I can look at it is, this is arrogance. This is Drake coming off losing a battle and feeling like I can still put out anything and people are still going to listen to it.
That's awful, because again, he literally, like, again, I haven't seen anybody talking about like they're like, oh, this is one of the best albums, right?
It streamed heavy the first day apparently, and then the next day had a major drop off.
Because it's kind of like they heard it and they were like, oh,
and that's why I'm saying, that's why I'm like, you can look at it one of two ways. He either went really safe with the project,
definitely safe,
or he went really arrogant, just thinking, because a couple songs in the beginning, I was like, this is some Drake. This is real Drake stuff.
I told you it was all Drake.
But it was Drake on the aspect of, I can give y'all anything and y'all are gonna love it. Like almost
like he used to.
Exactly.
Like he used to. Like, again, with the power of like he was able to do that before.
And that's where I think it's possible
that he
arrogance. That he just felt like, oh, I'm bulletproof. Like, literally. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, I lost this battle, but so what? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm still Drake.
Like he said, I'm trying to get the party lit. Fuck a battle, I'm trying to get the party lit.
And this is where he fucks up.
And I think that, either, like I said, super safe, arrogance. But did you like that? I mean, did you like the album?
I didn't.
Didn't?
I actually, like, I did it on the strength of the pod, is to listen to it. I'm telling you right now, on the strength of the pod, I listened to it, and I had to skip a lot. It's like, all right, same. Like, I felt like, all right, this is Drake again, and Drake again, and it was annoying. It's repetitive. Like, all right.
It actually got pretty. I can't lie, it got pretty decent at the end.
And
that's why
honestly, I was already. It's kind of like listening to an alarm. And even when it got to the point of the end, like, got to the point, I get it's an alarm. I'm just annoyed now. Like, that's what I felt like. I could have probably, and maybe later on, maybe when everything kind of like dies down, I might listen to a couple of tracks and be like, oh, it does hit. It does hit.
You call me a Drakey. I think I am a Drake fan, but I don't think that I'm like a Drake stan. But so I was listening to the album the whole time, like, when is that bop about to hit me? You know what I'm saying? Like, when is that?
And that's what I see what you're talking about. Like, this is supposed to be an R&B album, so I guess it's not going to be a bop. Like it's not supposed to be. I guess he probably is like, all right, I'm gonna put these
Thank you for
love
saying
songs.
that, actually, because
Yeah.
that triggered my next question.
Yeah.
Where do you think the state of R&B is? Because I mean, we
He's
kind of had a
not
little
th-
talk about hip hop last time. So
So yeah. So
what do you
I
think
feel
about R&B?
R&B state is there's no men this day and age that actually pop, of course, as big as Drake, that pretty much can compete in R&B, right?
That's crazy. 'Cause
Like-
Drake's a rapper.
Yeah, again, but he sings pretty much a lot in his albums that it's kind of like he's a fusion of both, right? Women rule right now. Women
Oh, absolutely.
rule R&B right now
Absolutely.
there's nothing can take over a woman in R&B right now because there's so many people, so many women that are killing it. And again, I can't on the top of my head right now I can think of R&B top 10 right now at this day and age that is up there. There's a lot of soulful singers. There's a lot of people are doing their thing, but right now on the radio right now that's like popping right now, none that I think.
No, and I actually agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we need to. I think the men R&B group needs to come back.
It's very hard because the cockiness of it.
Yeah, and that's but I think the men R&B group needs to come back because it's
like
psychologically. Now,
Yeah.
now, peep this.
yeah.
Back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
you would see the male R&B group,
Mm-hmm.
the Temptations,
Of
the Boys
New-
to Men,
New
Jodeci,
Edition, like,
all of them.
Yeah,
You see all of them.
yeah.
It's 4 guys,
4 or 5 guys.
4 or
whatever.
5
Yeah,
guys singing to one woman.
exactly.
One of the homies.
They're all competing against.
No, they're not competing. They're all. It's one of the homies' girls that they lost, and
they
that
all
woman
and they all
was-
joined to sing.
And that woman was so good that they was like, "Nah, brother, we gonna help you get your woman back." And
We missed that, like the Quran. Yeah.
they don't have that anymore. Like
Right,
now,
and-
all of a sudden, all the R&B songs are. R&B songs have always been about sex. So let me preface with that.
Always. I mean,
But
every single time.
but they're like now purely about fucking. Like they're not about
Like pursuing or
they're
or
not
like-
about like it's not about the passion of the sex.
yeah,
It's just about
sex.
sex.
Like yeah, I walked in the
another
club.
another Marc. Check, you know
I
what I'm
hit
saying?
you up. You love my style. And it's like kind of like it's like R&B. Like I feel like R&B guys or men or whatever, they're gearing so much as rappers, right? They're trying to be rap niggas and sing like. And it's like I seen hood, like I seen
Tory
stuff,
Lanez.
Tory, and give me Tory Lanez.
He makes good R&B albums. I mean,
he was shooting
some
them.
people will say great R&B albums,
But
and
what
he also
happened?
was somebody who makes rap albums also.
Yeah.
and actually a pretty decent rapper.
No, he's a decent rapper.
But I mean, I'm just saying. Like
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying. It's just I'm wondering, hey, where almost like where's the love? I feel like we're missing the love from R&B. We are missing the attachment, you know what I'm saying? Like there was a feeling back in the day when you listen to Boys to Men on Bended Knee.
dude, gangsters used to freaking sing, like literally, dudes used to like straight thug niggas used to sing straight
R&B songs.
songs.
Yeah.
Like Game said it. Like when gang members used to dance like New Edition.
I'm trying to tell you. So,
Like-
I'm just wondering where, you know what I'm saying?
It's I think what it is R&B guys this day and age are competing against trap music to the point that
and these niggas is too gangster.
it's like there's no like they feel like all right, their feelings. If you sing too much, you're not gangster enough. And I mean, I don't know. Like I said, it's something.
no,
I feel like
funny-
we should actually. I feel like this is what I feel like we should have a woman on the pod to actually talk about this because again, to me, I feel like if a woman's telling your man it's not hard enough, as an R&B guy, is he feeling like, all right, if I keep singing like this now, am I soft? And that's okay.
That's what R&B's supposed
that's
to be.
what it used to be. Do you understand that reason why? That's what you said.
No,
it changed up.
Because I know R&B historically.
Yes.
R&B niggas have been some of the most gangster for whatever reason.
Of course, they were slapping motherfuckers like straight up like
Keith Sweat was not the one to play with, apparently.
R. Kelly. Yeah, I'm just,
you know what I'm saying?
Even think about it, Luther, like they had to reuse Luther's track now because there's nothing like that can be used.
No, I'm just, bro. It's just a wild.
I don't think he's not. He wasn't smacking motherfuckers. I'm sorry.
But like I said, I just think everybody's too gangster, and they need to calm down. And speaking of being too gangster and needing to calm down,
yeah, definitely.
I mean, hey, congratulations, my brother.
ASAP
Rocky, not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
And the thing about it is, and I heard a little bit about the case. Rihanna had his back. I mean, that's one woman that literally is down for his man.
Bruh, billionaire.
Down for his man.
Her man, her
baby father.
Fiance.
Or whoever you want to call it.
Booski.
Doesn't matter.
Whatever.
Doesn't matter. Yo, ride or die. She's a ride or die. She brought the kids. So technically what happened during the trial, I guess defendant, whoever was going against ASAP
Rocky.
Yeah. They were trying to keep throwing the family under the bus, saying, how come you're bringing the kids to distract the thing? And they were like, the judge was like, nah, you're not going to sit there and say,
the man can't bring his children.
He can't bring his children that he's literally facing a few years.
Yeah.
And he needs his support. And he said, you bring it up again, it's a wrap. Like, this is literally you're trying to bash and try to, say, like, try to gear him as a bad guy and whatever. And that, to technically hurt, like, really set the change in supposedly the trial. Because they're like, yo, this dude, Rihanna showed up to be part of it. She wasn't doing it for the show. She was there for him.
Bro.
Yeah.
Rihanna got that money where her lawyers make things go away.
You think that's what happened? No. You don't think?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
No disrespect in no type way.
To
but
ASAP.
when you have $1 billion backing you, you can get away with some things. And I'm not saying ASAP Rocky did it. In no way. This is purely hypothetical.
But this
is not about the ASAP Rocky or Rihanna.
Okay, say if he did.
I'm just saying
if he did
that if anybody committed a serious crime and had $1 billion backing them, they gotta, unless it's something of that egregious, you know what I'm saying, that egregious,
Rico,
like sex trafficking,
no,
sex trafficking, or something of that nature, kidnapping, something of that nature. $1 billion backing you, you probably gonna get off.
Yeah, well,
you probably gonna get.
I mean, like supposedly it was like three counts, right? It was different. Like
I don't know how many counts it was.
It was three. It was three. Like supposedly
I just know he was facing 24 years.
And so, I guess the biggest. I mean, the way that I guess the law works is like they were the biggest one to the lowest or whatever. And so once he was in it, he was committed not guilty for the first one.
They offered him a plea deal.
See?
He was actually supposed to take a plea deal, but
and he didn't do it.
He decided not to.
And then good he didn't. Great.
And now he's not guilty. He's a completely
free man.
Scot-free. So shout out to ASAP Rocky.
And that shout out to him, but also since the fact that his lawyer literally got him off, regardless of the money or not, they actually, Rihanna and also ASAP Rocky said that their third kid is going to be named after the actual lawyer that actually did. And actually, I think it's going to happen because, his kid, one is RZA, and the other one is, I don't know, some crazy name.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like RZA, and now they're going to name the last one Joe.
Joe.
Come on, like that's
Joe. So, and they're probably, what's so funny? They're probably named the last name, like their last name is Taco Pina. That could probably be the name. Taco Pina.
If
it's a girl.
His name be Taco.
Taco.
Hey,
Taco.
Hey, I got a little
Taco.
homie Taco. Shout out to Taco.
Taco. But I know the lawyer is paid. I know the lawyer had his back.
Yes.
This is like one of those.
$1 billion was backing him. He had no worries about
He was like,
what he was going to do.
Yeah.
No worries
Definitely.
at all.
That's funny.
So, yeah, man. I mean, like I said, once again, shout out to ASAP Rocky. Hey, brother, I'm not saying you did it or not. Just stop being so gangster. Go home, chill with your family. Be easy.
Be easy.
Be easy.
All right. And like I said, the last but not least, there's a couple fights. I mean, there's one UFC fight happening this weekend. What's his name?
Henry Cejudo.
Cejudo. I mean, like I said, he's been in and out. One of the strongest, I think, featherweights. I don't know what the fuck. He's pretty small, or whatever. I don't know the size.
Yeah, he's a little guy.
He's a little guy.
Well, not a little guy. Let me not say he's a little guy.
I mean, he's a little guy. In if you see all the other fighters, he's been
in the lower weight class.
The lower weight class, but
yes.
he's fighting this weekend. But it's not even an actual major pay-per-view, even though it's kind of pay-per-view. It's a fight night, and that's
a fight night. It's not a pay-per-view.
It's not a pay-per-view.
Yeah, it's a fight night.
And
it's just
it's crazy.
It's kind of wild to see somebody who's used to fight on pay-per-views fight on a UFC fight night. He has a good opponent. I forget his name.
Song
Young Dong.
It's one of the
I might be
hard-hitting guys.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to say I forgot his name.
Small little guy that hits hard. Also really good at fighting.
I call him small, man.
To me, they're small. What the fuck?
Right,
I'm 6'3".
Do you right? You right.
Yeah. So that being said, I don't know. I guess we're gonna going forward.
But it's a changing of the guard, and that's something that's I guess that's difficult for fight fans, sport fans in general, because we kind of all are hitting that point where it's a changing of the guard. Yeah. Like the new guys are coming in and some of the old guys are going out.
Pretty much.
Like to see this football season, to see Jaden Daniels come in and tear up the NFL, see a young Jalen Hurst in his 5th year tear up the NFL.
Yeah. To
seeing somebody like Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, that's literally done.
Yeah, completely be a shell of himself.
Yeah,
and so when you see stuff like that,
what's his name? He used to play for Reds Commanders. Starts with a K. I think he played for Minnesota.
Oh, Kirk Cousins. Yeah,
Kirk
Cousins.
Kirk Cousins, who literally did some things, but now he's starting to dwindle away because it's an age game. I'm thinking it's a gladiator sport. That's pretty much, and that comes to fighting too. Your body is not going to actually basketball, football, anything ladder, anything that has physical, whatever. It's going to wear and tear. You're not going to be able to do what you used to do 5 to 10 years ago, and that's what comes to fighting. I mean. It's these new people that are coming in. I mean, there's only a certain amount, an exception to the rule that will keep it. Like Alex Pereira, that motherfucker, it's a beast. I don't know.
I mean, but
even then,
like they said, father time's undefeated. So after a while, Alex Pereira might end up
definitely
getting dropped, start getting whatever decisioned. Like his fights stop going.
Yeah, the way they
start going the distance.
Yeah.
And things of that nature. So, I mean
that, and again, that's just here and there. We're going to start talking about more sports coming up. We have some events and whatever. That's coming up this weekend. But also, the biggest one that's coming up next weekend is Gervonta Davis, Tank Davis, and I don't know this new guy. Lamont Roach. I've probably seen some clips about him. I don't know
if I might be.
He's a junior,
correct,
so.
But I believe that Tank Davis and Lamont Roach have fought before when they were amateurs.
And
I believe I
think Roach beat him.
I forget
or
how it went.
Or was a close decision.
I forget how it went.
So that's
an amateur fight, so I'm not exactly sure. But
I think that's what I think. I think this fight, because everybody's talking about other fights for Tank.
These gentlemen have a history. So.
Yeah. So but nobody's really talking about. Nobody talked about it as much as like they used to be. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have a name. I don't know if Lamont Roach has a name that brings in.
I mean, Lamont Roach is a good fighter. It's just.
Yeah.
We
so-
see what Tank does to pretty much everybody.
High end, it doesn't matter.
And so so it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like whoever
It might
gets
be
in
just
front
a
of
regular.
Tank.
It might be just another one getting ready for another fight. That's happening on March 1st, and we're gonna. I guess in another one is gonna happen after that is the Alex Pereira fight, and we might talk about that one too on the pod.
Yeah, but this weekend. Once again, DMV, we got Shogun fights.
Yeah, Shogun fights. Shogun fights. Not this
Shogun
weekend.
fights 30. Oh, it's not this week.
It's not this weekend. It's coming up in March. But
it's gonna be in March.
It is coming up. Like so.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, that's
later
what I'm saying.
then.
We'll talk about that later. So
shout out to y'all though.
Yeah, they're gonna start talking about it. Actually, we might start bringing some Shogun fighters up in there. It should be good.
Hey, I mean, we can.
I know. Your brother. Didn't your brother fight?
My brother used to fight in Shoguns. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
so you should bring him up.
We'll bring him up. I don't know.
Talk about some shit. You know what I'm saying?
He's camera shy, so I don't know.
Well, okay.
Get
over it.
But hey, like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Let us know how you feel about the status of R&B.
R&B.
You know what I'm saying? Let us know how you felt about the Drake album.
Yeah, because it's not just us. Even though that shit was garbage. The production was dope. But oh, gosh. I'm not listening to this shit again. All right.
Absolute DMV, y'all.
We out.
We out. Peace.